Shop smart, shop S-smart.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of New Book Who Dis.
I am your host, DeathMetalHero, and with me for the first time is Mr. Daniel Parker. How you doing, man? Welcome.
Doing good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. We had to circumvent some technical difficulties with the DMs on X, but more than one way to make a burrito or peel a potato or whatever euphemism you want to use. I'm not going to use the whole cat thing because I'm quite fond of cats.
I am too.
Yeah, got a few cats on my own. Yeah, man. I'm glad that you made it. Glad we got the email thing sorted out, and we'll get a chance to talk about the book tonight.
Yeah.
Appreciate you reaching out to me. And so you reading anything good recently?
Well, actually, I picked up a few trade paperbacks of Red Sonja.
Nice.
Trying to get into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Old school Red Sonja, like the classic Marvel era Red Sonja.
No, this was Dynamite.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. I'm a fan of Red Sonja. Love the character. The Marvel comics from like back in the 70s kind of gave her a lot of like her form and shape. The movie version took cues from the book and from the comic book and kind of mashed them up. She's a lot different than she is in the book. Those are good. I'm a big fan of the old Conan books as well. The Savage Sword of Conan, the magazine size ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My mom actually read those when she was in college.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I picked up the audio book of all the Robert E. Howard Conan stuff, and holy cow, so much great content. It really is a shame that he decided to take himself out when he did, because he really was such a tremendous writer, such an imagination and a love for history. It was a lot of cool stuff. I don't know if you've ever read any of his Solomon Kane stuff. It's really good too.
No, I haven't. Yeah,
Solomon Kane's more set in a specific time period, so he wasn't able to do as many different things. But with Conan, it's set in an undisclosed age, the Hyborian age, which is way back in time, before Atlantis was swallowed by the sea. So he could do pretty much whatever he wanted. Because ain't no telling what was going on back then, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've actually got a Conan-inspired poster on the campaign. So
heck yeah, that's awesome. It's I saw that when I was perusing the campaign and setting up the stream earlier today. Yeah. That's pretty cool, man. I dig that. It's based on the Conan movie poster, right?
Right. Yeah. The one with Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Yeah. It's it's funny. You see pictures of Schwarzenegger next to Andre the Giant and Wilt Chamberlain, and he looks little. He looks like a little guy compared to those two. Andre the Giant was just a giant.
He was massive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep. Hear some of the stories about people going out, trying to keep up with him drinking, and they couldn't do it, because he was just so big. He was just, consuming 8 to 12 beers at a time. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Legend, man. Legend.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and say hello to the chat. We got some people hanging out in here. We got Devil Flyer. What's up, Rex? He says first in. I can't believe it. Rex is always shouting in the chat. I don't know if you're familiar with Rex. He's always shouting in the chat. He says, "Hail all." Well, hail, Rex. Good to see you, man. There's my lovely lady. Scald, gorgeous. And she says, "Hello, Daniel."
Okay.
Rex.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hope you get it worked out. I was saying having to work around the DM situation. We'll get started here shortly. Yeah, we got it worked out. Who is this? Who is this? What's up, Eric? Good to see you, Guapo. Thanks for swinging by, man. Appreciate you being here. More than one way to divorce your ex. Yes, that is correct. Feline says, "So glad you didn't say skin your ex, Eric." Yeah, that's probably a good thing. It's probably a real good thing.
Yeah.
What's up, Edwin? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being here.
Good to see you, Edwin.
Hey, we got Mr. Michael Rushbrook in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. How's it going with you, man? We're getting it rolling here, man. You know, technology cannot keep us down.
Yeah, that's right.
Jonas, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Skål. Good to see you, sir. Got my Viking friends popping in to say hey. Always a good thing.
Yeah.
So, what did you get started with comics? Like, have you always read comics as a kid? Is it something you've always been into? Just something you got into recently?
I would say I kind of started getting into comics when I was fresh out of college, so early 20s.
Nice.
I was reading a lot of the Marvel books at that time and getting the DC. I've always liked Batman. I grew up watching Batman the animated series.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Batman the animated series is a fucking classic for a reason, man.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore, unfortunately.
No, they don't. No. Yeah.
Paul Dini and Tim. Bruce Timm. Yeah, I knew there was Tim in there somewhere, and my brain just kind of vapor locked there for a second. So thank you. But yeah, Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, they understood the character so well, and that's why Paul Dini went on to write a bunch of Batman comics. There was a oversized edition that Alex Ross painted called War on Crime that Paul Dini wrote, and it was just fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the hell is up with the DMs? No idea. It seems to be a rolling blackout of DMs for quite a few people. So hopefully they'll get it worked out. And I'm sure they will sooner or later. But always have a backup plan. That's why I have my email address in my about section, so I can easily be contacted if need be.
Yes.
So got into comics after college. About what year was that?
That would have been 2009.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, there was still some really good stuff coming out around then. I had just stopped doing a show called Last Wednesday talking about comics, and this was right before all the movies popped off. I think one of the last movies we talked about was Fantastic Four 2: Rise of the Silver Surfer, which the Surfer looked good. Galactus was kind of a joke, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it was just a giant storm when they
just a storm cloud.
Storm cloud, yeah.
So how exactly did Nora and Rad contact the storm cloud and become the Surfer if there's no consciousness to talk to? Just you know, little comic nerd nitpicking. I don't know what to say. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see, what is this? Oh, cool. Well, welcome anybody coming from Bancroft's channel. Appreciate you popping in to say hey. Let's see. Okay. All these different notifications popping up. I haven't. I'm just back from being out of town at my main station, and all these different things. This needs to be updated. That needs to be updated. You know, technology. It's
yeah.
And Feline got the link in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey, Bogan Raid, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Good to see you, man. Thank you. You have an ant problem? Because this is a raid. What's up, some person? Oh, wait. Because this is a raid. There we go. Got to get the echo in when I can. Yeah. So from that time period when you were just getting into comics, what was your favorite? Story that you came across? Like one that really hit you?
You know, I really got into this one Iron Man story. The Five Nightmares, I believe was what it was called.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that one.
It was Obadiah Stane's son.
He's always fun.
Yeah. And then and Civil War, I actually I got into that pretty heavily.
Yeah. The first Civil War was really good. I love Mark Millar's writing, and I love Steve McNiven's art, and it was just like a match made in heaven. I didn't read Civil War 2 just because it was kind of like, what? Why are you doing? Why are you revisiting this? But the first one was on point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
What's up, Screaming Raven? Good to see you. You're not that late to the party. We had some technical difficulties that we had to work around, and now we are here, and we're rolling. We're talking comics like we do here, nerds in a comic shop. Yeah. So tell me, what was the inspiration? Because what we're here to do really is to talk about the book that you got going on. So what is the inspiration? How long has this story been percolating in your head, as it were?
It's been percolating for probably about 15 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. It was originally a novel. It intended to be a novel or a series of novels, but then right around 2019, I thought, well, this might work well as a comic book, and I enjoy the medium, and so I adapted it into to basically 3 comic books issues.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's main inspiration. Right around the time I was getting into comic books, I was also getting into anime and manga, and big influence was Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, Ghost in the Shell's great, classic.
Yeah, and as well as Akira.
Yeah. Ghost in the Shell and Akira were 2 of the first anime that I rented from Blockbuster back in the day when they still made VHS tapes. Eons ago,
the good old days.
Yeah. I mean, they're classics for a reason, and they hold up. They're great material. The manga and the anime.
And so I kind of went from there, and then I was kind of building it up, and then I really liked, I kind of like the idea of having like superhuman factions that are at war with each other. And that's where I kind of built around with the psychics and the elementals. The psychics, in essence, being the good guys, and the elementals being the bad guys.
Okay. Very cool. What's up, Shelby? He says, I'm wearing my Shakira shirt today. I don't know whether to chuckle or to ban you from the chat for that, but you do you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming to hang out. Feline dropping the link in the chat for Guardian Angel Part 2, which we will now go ahead and pop onto the stage. So we've got psychics versus elementals. So what is that the... go ahead and give me the elevator pitch for Guardian Angel.
So Guardian Angel takes place 100 years in the future, and it's a future world that is ruled by the evil Britannian Empire, which is ruled by the elementals. And they are in a conflict with the Free Republic of America, which we know today as Texas. And they have the Republic has 2 psychics working for them. One is Jessica Sawyer. She's like a spy assassin that they recruited and gave her some cybernetic enhancements that gave her the ability to teleport. This was Angel's Awakening, which is my first book.
Yeah.
And then in Guardian Angel Part 1, we meet Henry Hatcher, who is a psychic with the ability of telekinesis, and he is from the past. He was in cryogenic stasis because he almost died, but they brought him back, rebuilt him, and so the 2 of them are working together because 4 elementals are in the Republic, and they have kidnapped Laura Stone, who is a billionaire industrialist, and she's basically responsible for for them being the way they are in terms of their cybernetics and everything. And so
gotcha.
so they got to go rescue her.
So we got superpowers and cybernetics and elementals. Oh my.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you taken from all the different things that you were into. That's cool, man. Hey, cyberpunk is a hot commodity right now. People love that. I mean, I've always loved cyberpunk ever since the first time I read Neuromancer by William Gibson, and the whole Sprawl trilogy. I was hooked on cyberpunk after that. And of course, I didn't realize it at the time because I hadn't heard of cyberpunk. But Ghost in the Shell and Akira, they're both very cyberpunk influenced. There was a lot of vision in the 80s. For the future of our world and technology. This sounds like a great concept, man. Let's take a look at your trailer.
All right.
Yeah. Dig it. I like the kind of industrial sound you got going on there. It fits the theme. I'm a big fan of industrial anyway. But yeah, that's a cool trailer. Who did your trailer for you?
His name is Caleb. He's originally from Venezuela, but he immigrated to Italy this last year. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Italy's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Please listen to the Wise Feline. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you all for being here and hanging out with us as we talk comics, specifically indie comics.
Yes.
And so we got some examples of the pages down here. And guessing your artist is working all digital.
Yes, he is. His name is Bogdan Rizea.
Thank you. I was just about to ask how you pronounce his last name.
Yeah. He's Romanian, but and like the maker of my trailer, he also resides in Italy.
Nice.
Yeah. I discovered him 5 years ago, and we've been working ever since, cranking out books. So I'm impressed and happy with the work he has done on this series.
Yeah, I mean this is some good looking stuff, man. So this is the second issue of Guardian Angel, but this is the third book that you guys have done together?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. And how many I guess issues? I mean, you said this is the conclusion of the first story up here at the top.
Yeah.
So how long do you see this story going on? I mean, is this an ongoing?
Yeah, it's an ongoing series. Yeah. Okay. I've already got the next book in the series written out, and as soon as Bogdan's finished drawing this one, he'll move on to the next one. I do plan on it kind of building up to something bigger as each issue goes along.
Excellent. This is a very epic looking image here. Yeah. It's then this. I'm guessing this is the bad guy. He's got very ominous vibes to him, so I'm guessing he's the bad guy.
Yeah, that's one of his name's Rainier.
Okay.
He's an air elemental. He's the illegitimate son of the Britannian emperor.
Oh, all right. So we got a little Game of Thrones type stuff going on here as well, with like the illegitimate sons and whatnot. That's cool. This is pretty cool looking too. This is
that's Ignacio. He is a earth elemental.
Okay. So all the elementals are bad guys, huh?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So some are worse than others. But yeah, they definitely are loyal to their empire and their people. Yeah.
All right. Well, sometimes loyalty can be misplaced and misguided. That's all right.
Yeah.
So how many pages are we looking at for this book?
60.
60. Oh my goodness, that's a chonker.
Yeah.
60 pages of comic book content.
Yeah,
60 pages of cybernetic superhero superpowered content.
Yes. Yeah.
Heck yeah. And so we got that's an epic image right there. That's iconic. I love the moon in the background. I'm a big fan of using the moon as a graphic element in stuff that I do as well. That's cool. I like that. I like that cover quite a bit.
Yeah.
Omen Screaming Raven says the music there, the art, absolutely smooth.
Yeah.
Screaming Raven's digging it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we got so these are the individual hero covers.
Yes. Yeah. That's Henry's cover, and then Jessica's cover down below.
So I'm inferring from the slash. Oh, you can't see my cursor. The slash in the name and the colors. Guardian is him because he's got the blue, and then Angel is her because she's got the red or the pink.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. And that's where the title of the book comes from. Guardian Angel. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and that's my first book, Angel's Awakening, which is I would say kind of like a prologue to Guardian Angel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then is this the first issue?
Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah, that's part 1.
All right, and is the first issue 60 pages as well?
62.
Wow. So if you got and how many pages is Angel's Awakening?
32. Yeah.
So 122 plus another 30. You said 32?
Yeah, 32. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like 154 pages worth of content if you were to get all of the books that are currently available. That's a lot of stuff to read, guys. That's a lot of story to keep you entertained. A lot of indie comic to read right there.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
When did you get started with Guardian Angel? I mean, with this entire series, starting with Angel's Awakening. What year did you get started?
We got started in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Bogdan and I first started. We got together, and then I hammered out the script, and he started drawing the book. And Angel's Awakening launched in 2021.
Nice.
And then Guardian Angel Part 1 was 2023. So basically every 2 years we've been putting out a book.
Nice. On a regular schedule then.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Morb? How you doing, man? Luke does math. Woot. Yeah, I know. I'm impressed with myself. Don't get used to it though. I don't do math on the regular. I do odd. I don't do the maths.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I love the colors that he's using. Like that.
Yeah.
This has more of like a gothic, gothic creature of the night superhero feel, and this definitely leans into the whole cyberpunk aspect, and I dig that.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
This is looking cool. Oh, okay, and here is the Conan homage cover.
Yes.
Bogdan's Conan the Barbarian tribute. What is best in life? Having the awesome tribute to Renato Casero's Conan the Barbarian movie poster. Nice. Very cool, man.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be a poster that comes with the book.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you get the poster tier, you'll get the book too.
Okay. Yeah. So you said this was originally a novel. What made you decide that this would work? Did you decide it would work better as a comic, or do you think that it would just translate well?
I think it would just translate well as a comic book. Yeah, just because it's a visual medium, and I really wanted to see people to see the action and see the characters. And
Sure.
yeah, I may go back to I may adapt it into a novel and do novels at some point, but that may be far off into the future.
That was going to be my next question. Will you eventually do a novel for it?
Yeah. So yeah, maybe it's at some point. Yeah.
Okay. The thing about stuff like this is that Cyberpunk in particular is very visual, and you got to use a lot of words in order to get the vision across. Doing it as a comic or like an animated type thing, it really helps drive the vision home a lot easier. So I totally understand the pivot, and so far it seems like you made the right choice.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
And that, wow. You got some sexy pinups going on here.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just cybernetics and superheroics and elementals. You got the hotness going on.
Yeah. Jessica is the poster girl for the series and basically my whole company. So yeah, I love showing her off, and any way I can, and with any different artists who want to draw her.
Right. And let's see, are these okay? These are also going to be pinup posters.
Yeah.
Nice. So you guys are going to get how big are we talking pinup posters? Are we talking like 11 by 17? Are we talking comic size?
They're going to be 18 by 24.
Oh, wow. Okay. So quite a bit bigger than 11 by 17.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And I'm guessing they're going to be rolled up and put in a poster tube?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Right on. Well, that's cool. And now are these just add-ons, or are these going to be included with the book when people pick up the book?
They're included. The book is included with those posters as well. Yeah. So if you buy one of the posters at those tiers, you'll get a copy of the book.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So buy a poster tier, get a copy of the book. Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, how can you say no to a poster tier like this with all these different different hot images?
Yeah. Well, these images here are art prints. So those are going to be 8 by 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're all in one art print pack. So you get 5 art prints.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah.
And the book's included with those too.
See, there you go. Get awesome art to hang on your walls. Get a comic book to read as well. Yeah. Yeah. I like this one. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Classic pinup style.
Yeah. That one was inspired by Anna Nicole Smith. She did a pinup like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Very cool. Yeah. Back in the day.
Yeah,
but yeah, time-honored tradition having the classic pinup, especially the heroine of the story in the pinups.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. I'm digging the art.
Yeah,
he does a good job, man. Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the tiers. I'm marveling at the colors, the contrast that he's got going on here. It's good. Sometimes digital art can be it can get a little muddy, so having the appropriate contrast is a good thing.
Oh yeah.
And there's the cover that we're using tonight. So all 3 covers. So you get the 2 hero covers, and I'm guessing the main cover. This is the main cover.
Okay. Yeah, that's the main cover. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, for $75, and okay, digital copy is $20.
Yeah.
And then $25 for 60 pages of comic book content. Yeah. That's a pretty good deal, you guys. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Go ahead and jump in on that. And so how many, you said you've got the next issue planned out. Is that going to start a new arc?
So after that, so with the new book, they're going to be a little more episodic.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be. I'm gonna try to do like more self-contained stories.
Okay.
But it'll feed into an overall narrative.
Right.
Yeah. And
Makes sense.
yeah, in each of those books, I'm gonna plan to be about 48 pages. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good standard. I don't know if you're familiar with Brian Polito, who does Lady Death.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When he does a crowdfunder, he does a 48-page prestige, perfect bound. That's like the top tier, and then he'll divide that up into two 24-page issues, and he'll sell that individually, usually in comic shops. He was doing it through Diamond, but Diamond has shit the bed, I guess you could say. They've been sold off to somebody else, so we shall see what the distribution model is going forward for comic shops. I used to work in my my LCS, and it was always cool to see stuff, because I pay attention to the crowdfunding, and then I would be at the shop, so I would see stuff that would be crowdfunded first and then show up in Diamond later. It's not the same format, or it's not the same version. It's a different printing, different cover, and it's not as premium of paper, so it fits into a comic shop type of environment. But yeah, it's cool to see that, and I think that's a great model for people to use. I'm of the opinion that we should have you do the crowdfunder, get the creme de la creme version, and then put a slightly less quality. I mean, not that it's going to be crap quality, but it's not the super high premium paper. It's not the perfect bound. It's the floppies. It's more of a traditional floppy comic book. Hell, Pete Sameti's started a crowdfunder to do newsprint comics again. To set those up. So I mean, you could even do like a newsprint version of a book, and try to distribute that out to comic shops. So that that could be a way forward for people. I think having the stuff out there and available all the time is a good thing.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna try to start my own website here at some point, so I can sell the back issues, to people who miss out on the crowdfunding campaigns.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. Let's see. Diamond died. Yes, they did. Yeah. We shall see. Yeah, we'll see what happens to Free Comic. From what I understand, Free Comic Book Day has already pivoted and figured out what they're going to do next year, and are their own entity, as far as I know, or they were bought by somebody else. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Getting the books to the shops is going to be the interesting part. But again, some enterprising soul out there could literally, pick up the reins and, fill in the vacuum, as it were, the distribution vacuum. Granted, Marvel and DC don't need, distribution. They've got Luna, and they've got Penguin Publishing, or Penguin Random House, or whatever the hell it is. So they don't need that. But I mean, independent stuff. I mean, I think Image is even using Luna, but some enterprising soul out there could literally, jump in and start distributing comics for independents. Find a way to make it, profitable for everybody involved. And I think that would be amazing.
I do too. Yeah.
One of the biggest problems I feel with indie comics is getting a hold of them. I mean, I understand the whole collector's market, and having a limited run and making it so that it is more of a it makes it more of a collector's item. It makes it more of a rare thing. But having the work out there so people can get it, I think, is a good thing. The more people that can read it, the better. That's how you build that infamy. That's how you build that notoriety.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Almost prefer Pete's books for this. Yeah, totally. Nobody wants to distribute. Well, somebody does, I'm sure. I'm sure there will be somebody out there that wants to do distribution. But yeah, I love the way newsprint smells. The ink on the paper. It's one of my favorite things about walking into the comic shop was the smell of the ink on the newsprint as I walked in.
Yeah.
All right, so $25 main cover, $25 for the Henry variant cover, and $25 for this Jessica Sawyer variant cover.
Yeah.
So I mean, it makes sense if you like all three covers, just go ahead and grab this here.
Yeah.
And does anything else come with the all three covers featured tier?
No, it's just those 3 books. Yeah.
Just those 3 books. Okay, cool. Let's see, and got the Conan tribute poster.
Yeah.
So you get the main cover. So you get the book and the poster for $45.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, and that's a big poster, you guys. Again, I just want to reiterate that's 18 by 24. That's not a small 11 by 17. That's that's an actual poster size that you would get in a store. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
For those that got the wall space, I mean look, I mean you guys know the classic poster that this is from. So if you like that, go ahead and grab it.
Yeah.
Hit that link that Feline just dropped for you guys. Go ahead and support this indie comic how you can. And while you're at it, hit the like button. We appreciate you being here. Thank you, guys. Morb says, looks like a great project. Heck yeah, man.
Thank you, man.
Let's see. And the bikini poster and book.
Yeah.
Oh, so each one of these is its own is its own tier, and these are 18 by 24 as well.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Ooh-wee. You guys can decorate a whole room with these posters. Come on.
Yeah.
And you get a comic book along with it.
Yeah.
Now, can you say you wanted this poster, but you also wanted that poster? Can you add on the poster?
You can. Yes.
Okay.
All the perks are available as add-ons.
Oh, okay, great. So there's flexibility with the campaign, so you make sure you get exactly what you want. That's awesome, man. And then the art prints, $60 for how many different art prints are there? There's 5 of them.
5 of them, yeah.
Very cool, man. And then newbie tier. Okay, this is what I was going to ask. This is the catch-up tier. This is so you can get everything all at once.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So you get Angel's Awakening and then part 1 and part 2 of Guardian Angel.
All right. Well, if you guys have missed out on the book so far, this is the tier to get right here, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. I know I asked you about it. You said that you had the next issue planned out. Did I ask how many issues you see it being?
I honestly don't know how many issues it's going to be.
Okay.
I think it's going to be one of those things where if I feel like I'm getting to the end of the story, then it'll be the end of the story.
Okay. I know you said that you were planning on doing more episodic issues going forward. And I mean, as long as you got stories to tell with these characters and in the world, might as well keep rolling. Especially since you guys seem to have such a good working relationship with your artist. As long as you guys are having fun, making the book, that's what's important. I mean, and obviously the audience is entertained. That's really, kind of a crucial part too.
Yeah. That part's important. Yeah.
Because we can't do this thing without you guys out there watching the stream, reading the comics, enjoying this. So thank you, all of you.
Yeah.
What is your favorite cyberpunk story so far? Just random question out of the ether. Like, what can be a comic book, can be a novel, can be a graphic novel, can be a whatever, an anime.
I would say probably Ghost in the Shell is my favorite.
Ghost in the Shell is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would probably say Neuromancer or Johnny Mnemonic. I really liked that short story from. I mean, the movie's good too. Don't get me wrong, but the short story. Philip K. Dick is honestly he's one of the godfathers of cyberpunk, and he doesn't really get recognized for it because the term hadn't been coined then. But I mean, Total Recall. We can remember it for you wholesale. That's the name of the original short story. That movie is totally cyberpunk.
Oh yeah,
in its presentation. I mean, I don't know. it felt like the 80s really just had that cyberpunk aesthetic, and that kind of gets translated into, I mean, look at Cyberpunk 2077, that video game. A lot of that is definitely inspired by the 80s. RoboCop, RoboCop is another one that is totally cyberpunk in its presentation.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah, RoboCop. Yeah.
Yep. RoboCop is absolutely. A lot of themes in RoboCop that carry over into a lot of different stories that came afterwards. Yeah. Again, the 80s, man. They knew what they were talking about when it came to cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
Warning us of corporations and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's kind of duck walking into a cyberpunk dystopia as we speak, but
yeah.
Shelby says not much in this world is better than RoboCop. I agree, man. That first RoboCop movie is fucking fantastic. Don't forget Shadowrun. That is correct, man. Shadowrun, mixing magic and cyberpunk. So you got your D&D and you got your cyberpunk. I'm not super familiar with Shadowrun, but it does look. I know people that swear by it, so I mean it does look pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
There's a book series by a friend of mine named M.K. Gibson who has a series called The Technomancer, and it kind of takes place in a like a post-rapture world, so you've got. It's very Shadowrun, I guess, in its depiction, because you got magic and you got technology, but you've also got like angels and demons that are like running around in the world, and they're no longer immortal. They can be killed because they've been brought to this plane of existence, and it's a trippy series. Really well written, a lot of fun to read, and super damn funny. Just because Gibby is fucking hilarious. Highly recommend. He's got his books up on Audible. Technomancer is definitely one of my favorite cyberpunk reads as far as new stuff goes.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
So do you have any ideas about anything besides this? Is this just the main focus until you're done with this story, or are there other titles that you would like to work into this?
Yeah, I mean, I do have a superhero comic book I've been kind of playing around with for the last couple of years. But I still have to kind of figure some things out with that, and of course most of my focus has been on this series, so it's kind of hard for me to shift gears from something like that, because it's the tone of the two series are actually completely different. Like the superhero books I'm planning out are much more lighthearted and
okay,
and a little more colorful and slightly campy. And this series is much darker. So it's kinda, it's kind of hard to switch back and forth. But yeah, no, I want to do that, and probably do some spin-offs from this series. I've got some characters in here that I really like that I think could carry their own stories.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're crafting, your own unique world, with the way the factions are set up, and the different political intrigue and whatnot, and the back and forth. So it looks like, you got a big playground to work with here. So who's now? I know that as a writer, you love all your characters, but who's your favorite character in the series so far?
I would probably have to say Jessica.
Yeah.
Although Henry, I've been developing him for a long time. I really like him. But yeah, the more I write about Jessica, the more I like her. Just, I didn't really realize this at the time when I was creating the character, but she has a lot in common with Mara Jade from the Expanded Universe.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Mara Jade. They just kind of like wrote her out of existence, didn't they? And
Yeah,
just
they
ignore
did.
it. Oh, we'll bring Thrawn in, but we're just gonna ignore Mara Jade completely. Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is what it is. They can't take away the books. We got the books. You know,
Yes.
the expanded universe, so we can just go read those, and that's Star Wars canon, not the fan fiction.
Right.
What's up, Frank? Good to see you, brother. This
Hi,
is the colorist that I was working with on Mercenary Guild. And that's the writer of Mercenary Guild. By the way, there will be copies of Mercenary Guild available at Heroes Con, which I will be attending, let's see, the 6/20 through the 22nd. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of awesome colorists, that's right. Frank is actually working on his own book as well, and he'll be coming on the show in the next see when the 29th, I think we said.
Huh.
But yeah, so I you know what, I love the fact that there are so many indie books being made right now. With I don't know, I don't read a whole lot of mainstream stuff anymore. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but
No, I don't. Yeah.
I prefer the indie stuff. You know, I grew up reading lots of superhero stuff, loved the superheroes, loved X-Men, Spider-Man, you know, to a lesser extent Batman. I mean, the first 3 comics I read were Batman, Spider-Man, and the Fantastic Four. So, you know, I've always had a love for Batman, but I've always been more of a Marvel fan. But in recent years, I found that I'm more intrigued and interested in the indie stuff. You know, I feel like that's where the creativity's at. You know, you got, yeah, they gotta. I don't know. They have skin in the game. You know, people have skin in the game. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and more creative freedom too, to be able to do what they want with the stories and with the characters. Yeah.
I agree. It says, you need to update your calendar with me. Yes, I know. This was literally decided like 10 minutes before this stream started. I didn't get a chance to send it to you. I will, though. I got another stream coming up on Monday with Chris Fisk from Infinitail. I already told you about that one, so that should be on the calendar. Yeah. Right back at you. Screaming Raven says the mainstream stuff, say that 3 times fast. The mainstream stuff tends to disrupt my flow these days. The indies never give me that problem. That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's my favorite troublemaker. She keeps me in line for the most part. Yeah, she literally, though, she helps me keep track of things. If I forget something, she's usually got it written down, which is an absolute godsend because I am horribly disorganized sometimes.
Yeah.
This is a fucking cool image, man. I could see this on a shirt, and you know, anybody that's watched this show knows that I'm all about, you know, t-shirts. You know, I mean, I've got a Dark Souls t-shirt on right now. So I could totally see this on like a black t-shirt and just like kind of have this red halo around all the buildings and stuff just to give like that glow effect. And yeah. So there's an idea for you. You know, just tossing it out there. That would be a dope image.
Oh yeah, that would be. Yeah. I've been kind of toying with the idea of getting some apparel made. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, people like merch, man, especially if it's, you know, something that they're invested in. You know, being able to sport your fandom. I mean, that's been the nerd way for time out of mind.
Oh yeah.
Sport that merch, and you know, it's walking advertisement for something that you love. I mean, you know, band shirts, comic shirts, you know, TV shows. You know, Frank says that is a great image. It is indeed.
Yeah.
Could be worse to feel like, at least I'm not in search of loot. I ain't got time to search for loot. Screaming Raven says we definitely don't see enough indie comic apparel. Well, that's because getting apparel printed it can be expensive, and you know, it can be kind of a crapshoot. With the advent of print-on-demand shirts and like direct-to-garment printing, it makes it a little bit easier. But even still, it can be expensive to get indie merch made up. You gotta the audience has to show up for it.
Yeah.
You know. Wait,
Yeah.
what loot exactly? You'll have to ask Screaming Raven about that. See, now she's interested in loot. She's like, wait a minute, there's loot to be found. We're suddenly in a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be looking for loot at Heroes Con, that's for sure.
Oh,
Yeah. So speaking of cons, are you planning on doing any conventions coming up in like the next few years? Is that going to be part of your business model, or are you just doing crowdfunding for right now?
Yeah, I'm looking into doing conventions at some point. Yeah. I mean, we've got. I mean, I live in the Orlando area, and MegaCon's a big thing. So I definitely want to do MegaCon at some point. Yeah, and
awesome.
Maybe head out to the Tampa convention.
I've heard a lot of good things about Tampa. I've heard that MegaCon can be a bit of a slog for indie comics. Now, anime and manga do really good at cons, and the big name artists, obviously. But I have heard that for indie comics themselves, it can be a bit of an uphill battle. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
Right, yeah.
There are still people that are looking for comics at MegaCon. I actually used to live in Orlando as well, about 10 years ago. I guess I moved back up here. I'm in St. Augustine, so I'm in Florida as well. Yeah. I moved back up to St. Augustine from Orlando. I guess it's the end of 2013. So yeah, it's been 12 years now. Wow. But yeah, I used to live over by the airport.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't miss the traffic. I will be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah. Traffic's bad here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I used to have to drive 10 miles to get to the Home Depot that I worked at over near the Millennia Drive or whatever. And it would literally take me a half hour to 45 minutes just to get over there. And it was just stop and go traffic. Nope, don't miss that. But, there's a lot of cool stuff in Orlando. A lot of neat shops to find and, a lot of cool stuff down there. I don't know. I can't deal with the traffic.
Yeah.
Frank says print-on-demand services are great for merch, helps to bridge the gap until you have a strong enough following to make it worth your investment to create merch on your own. Indeed. Yeah. Indeed. Well, Screaming Raven says, LOL, don't worry, I found the loot. It's just a matter of getting it sent to you or taking a scenic trip to New York. Oh! Man, you already sent me some badass comics, man. Thank you. One of my favorite comics is Poison Elves, and he and I share that in common. So he sent me some Poison Elves comics, and even one signed by the creator Drew Hayes.
Wow.
So yeah, Poison Elves is probably my favorite indie book of all time, and will always be. Let's see, let me move the Frazetta Girls bag. Is this book right here?
Okay.
Yeah. If you've never checked it out, highly recommend. It is worth checking out. It is a black and white indie comic, and it is the black and white indie comic.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely worth reading.
Yeah.
Also, if you're into cyberpunk, you should check out Warren Ellis's Transmetropolitan that he did with Derek Robertson. If you've never read this, highly recommend this as well.
I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
Awesome. It's is a good book. Is a very good book. Speaking of good books, y'all should jump in on Guardian Angel #2. Feline has graciously dropped the link in the chat for you guys to click on. So go grab yourself a copy of it. And if you feel so inclined, grab all 3 covers. Because these are badass images. I'm just saying this is my favorite right here. I mean, I think it's obvious by how often I've scrolled back up to it and just left it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is an awesome image, very iconic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And again, you know, it would look really good on a shirt. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Transmet is the shit. Yeah, it is. It is really, really well done. I mean, Derek Robertson. So you got Warren Ellis writing, Derek Robertson doing the pencils, and then you've got Rodney Ramos doing the inks. I mean, that's a killer's row working on that book.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep. Well, we've been going for almost an hour here. Is there anything else that you'd like to say about Guardian Angel, or just the world that you're creating, or what's next for you?
Well, I will say, I guess I'll give a little preview of the next issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically Henry and Jessica travel to the heartland of America because they're looking for somebody very important that could be helpful to their cause. So it's kind of like a spy thriller kind of story.
Oh, a spy thriller with maybe a little bit of a road trip vibe, since they're on the road.
Kinda, yeah, a little bit.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, hey, a lot of fun stories are told in like the road trip format. I mean, look at Preacher. That started out as like they were on the road, they were going places.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's a time-honored tradition.
Yes.
But
yeah.
all right, so so the next thing for you is issue 3. Is it going to be Guardian Angel 3?
Guardian. It's got its own little subtitle.
Okay.
I don't want to reveal it just yet. But, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool. Keeping it under wraps until ready to show. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's a good call. Well, all right. Well, Daniel, thanks for coming to hang out, man. This has been fun. I appreciate you coming to show the book. You guys hit that link. Go grab yourself a copy of this book. And in fact, if you have missed out on it, scroll down and get the newbie tier and get all 3 books that are available.
Yes.
And want to thank you all for coming to hang out. And yeah, remember, always
Shop smart, shop S-Mart.